So let's get on with the topic. So what is the topic?
The topic is Allah and the womb, and yeah, and why it is that it triggered a lot of not very nice feelings from Muslims.
So, according to Islamic tradition, Allah has face. Today we are gonna focus on the womb and what is this womb. But let's just give quick background. Allah has face. Allah has eyes. Allah loves. Allah. It's good that like Allah likes making people are making jokes and then Allah thinks they are funny. Allah has hand. Allah has two right hands. Allah has palms. Allah has form. Allah takes his best form. Allah has fingers. And Allah has palms. Allah has fingers and Allah does handshake. Allah has physical eyes and physical ears. Allah sits on a physical throne which has been carried by angels. And Allah has shin. Allah moves around. Allah, time to time, Allah comes and then checks the world out, what's happening in his creation. Allah has a waist. And Allah has foot. And Allah, of course, has shade. Okay? So that's kind of basics on Allah. We will be focusing on the one which is identified as Allah and the womb. That's what we are going to focus on.
And of course, we all know that Allah, with all these body parts that Allah has, He says in the Quran, there's nothing like Him.
Yes,
nothing in creation.
Yeah, Surah 42. There is nothing like Allah, but
yes.
Salafi Muslims kind of takes those attributes are like physical. Even like if you, we didn't go through, but if you read the hadiths, which I put, Allah has ears, Allah has hands, all those, Allah has shin. When individual narrator is describing those hadiths, he's like physically showing his ears, he's physically showing his like shin to make a point. Yeah. Let's read the first hadith, okay? So we will start with the hadith of Sahih Bukhari, hadith number 7502. Allah's messenger said, Allah created the creation, and when he finished them, from his creation the rahim, okay, that's the womb, got up, and Allah said to it, stop, what do you want? It said, at this place I seek refuge with you from all those who sever with me. Allah said, would you be pleased that I will keep good relation with the one who will keep good relation with you, and I will sever the relationship with one who will sever the relationship with you. It said, yes, oh my Lord. Allah said to it, this is for you. And then Abu Huraira recited the verse of Surah 47, verse 22.
When Allah created the creation, He finished, then this womb stood up. So it shows you the importance of this womb. And it got up, and then Allah said, what? Stop, or what? What do you want? And then it says, it's just so bold in speaking to Allah. At this place I seek refuge from you. So it's demanding from all those who sever me. So
do we know whose womb is this?
We don't know whose womb is this. We don't know. All we know is what it is. We know that it is a womb. Well, we should call it the womb. It's not a womb, it's the womb. In the Arabic, it's ar-rahim. So this is not a womb, this is the womb. Respect, yeah? So it's very important, and it has a consciousness, it's talking, yes, all sorts of things.
So let's go to Ibn Kathir.
Okay, I'll start reading. After Allah completed creating the creation, the womb stood up and pulled at the lower garment of the most merciful.
So womb of Allah
Yeah,
stood up,
yeah,
okay, and
yeah.
pulled, according to translation, the garment of Allah. So Allah has a garment. In here, Allah's lower garment. What is lower garment, sister?
So when we go through the translation, we'll see that this is not actually the case. But a lower garment is, well, in today's terms, for men, I guess it's trousers. For women, it's a skirt or trousers. But at the time, they used to wrap a garment around
Yeah.
the lower half.
Like big scarf, kind of.
Yeah, like you wrap around,
Yeah.
and it starts from just above the hips. Where you put a belt. That's where the lower garment starts.
His lower garment is being pulled down.
Yeah, which is very disrespectful. Can you imagine this womb stepping up to Allah and pulling on his lower garment? If the womb pulls any harder, Allah will lose his garment. So
let's hope that he had an underwear or something.
I just Muslims, help us out. This womb is so disrespectful to Allah right now. This is according to Al-Bukhari by Abu Huraira that Allah's Messenger said this.
So, womb stood up and then pulled down the lower garment of Allah. And then Allah says, "Ouch, what are you doing, man?"
Yeah, obviously, if someone is pulling on your trousers, lower garment, it might fall off. You will say stop, wouldn't you? It replied, "My stand here is the stand of one seeking refuge in you from the severance of ties."
So it's not only womb grabs the lower garment of Allah, but also speaks and also causes pain to Allah as well. Okay?
Yeah, it's very powerful.
And has a will, speaks and has a will, demands, I want this.
Yeah, notice that it doesn't give Allah any glorification. It doesn't say you're Lord of the worlds, you're God, I come before your throne. Any of those respectful language. It just says, starts demanding things and pulling on him. It's just amazing. And then Allah said, "Would it not please you that I join whoever joins you and sever whoever severs you?" So Allah is trying to please this womb. So first of all, the womb doesn't give any respect to Allah. It starts pulling on him, approaching him, telling him, "I want this." And Allah says, "I'll give you whatever you want to please you."
I'm here to please you, whatever you want. Just tell me whatever you want.
Yeah, he says, "I'll join whoever joins you and sever whoever severs you," which is like old language, which means basically whoever is good to you, I'll be good to. And whoever severs you, as in whoever cuts ties with you, I'll cut him basically as well.
It's like another powerful thing. I am here to please. I am here to please.
Which is not how you expect God to talk, isn't it?
And then, of course, womb replies back.
Yeah. It says, "Yes, indeed." So the womb is happy now with this.
Yeah.
And then Allah says, "You are granted that." So once the womb is happy, Allah said, "Okay, the womb's happy. We'll give her that. I'll give he or it, whatever, that." Abu Huraira then added, "Read if you wish. So would you perhaps, if you turned away, spread corruption on earth and sever your ties of kinship?" So then Abu Huraira says this is basically the meaning of the verse, Surah 47, verse 22.
Verily, the womb is attached to the throne.
The womb is attached to the throne. And connecting its ties does not mean dealing evenly with the kinsfolk, but it rather means that if one's kinsfolk sever the ties, he connects them. This hadith was also recorded by Al-Bukhari. Ahmad also recorded from Abdullah ibn Amr that Allah's Messenger said, "The womb will be placed on the day of resurrection, curved like a spinning wheel, speaking with an eloquent, fluent tongue, calling..."
Just
Sorry,
So womb is like Allah taking different forms, okay? In He is curving like a spinning wheel, speaking with very good, I don't know, probably Arabic, better Arabic than Allah.
Yeah, this womb is, well, first of all, it's attached to the throne, so we don't know if it's suspended like by a rope or something. It's just attached to it. So if you imagine Allah's on the throne, this womb is very powerful. It's attached to the throne, and then it's speaking with this eloquent tongue. It's curved like a spinning wheel. I'm not sure what this looks like. I guess the womb is curved in shape anyway, so we know what this looks like. It's just very, very strange. It is placed on the day of resurrection, and it speaks on the day of resurrection.
The one above the heaven will have mercy on you. And Ar-Rahim, womb, is from Ar-Rahman.
Yeah.
So whoever joins it, it joins him. So Ar-Rahman means like merciful. Ar-Rahim is the womb.
Yeah, this is
One
another
of them
thing.
is like name of Allah.
Yeah. So it's saying that the name Ar-Rahim, which is the womb, is derived from the name Ar-Rahman of Allah, which is a little bit of shirk going on here, because it's like derived from him, this womb, and then it has this shape and it talks and it has authority and it's attached to the throne. So, sister, I see a little bit of a hint of shirk here.
You need to rephrase that, sister. It's not hint of shirk. There is already
It's
like
a proper
big
shirk.
That is a
So
big,
Allah,
big shirk.
Yeah, Allah gives it or whatever his name or part of his name, which is it's meant to be a divine name, and then he places it attached to his throne. He lets it grab him by the lower garment. He gives it whatever it wants, and it speaks with a tongue on the day of resurrection, like with authority. So who is this womb?
Yes. Good question. What is this womb? Who is this womb? Is it belong to Allah? How come it has power to bring down Allah's garment? And what is the Arabic word for that actually? Lower garment? Apparently it's the vest of Allah.
Yeah, I checked the Arabic. The Arabic says, I'll say it. قامت الرحم فأخذت بحقوي الرحمن. The womb got up and took hold of the Rahman's waist. The waist. So actually held on to Allah's body. So
they get very physical there. That's just not very good at all.
Yeah, waist or flanks. So, the sides, just like we mentioned, just above the belt, this area. And the translators were too embarrassed, so they said lower garment, because they didn't want it to look like it's actually holding off of Allah's physique, but his garment. But that's not actually what it says.
Yeah, so I put the Arabic on the screen so for people to see it.
Yeah, the Arabic, it comes from the lexicon, so it's not me. The word is haqu. Haqu is an old Arabic word for waist or flank, the side. Where you put your hand, let's imagine you put your hands on your hips. When you stood up, this is what the area is on the body that the womb grabbed onto.
And then from that, Allah says, "Uch, what are you doing? Stop it. Stop it."
Yeah.
Can anyone help us to figure out whom is this?
And
who can come that close to Allah, speak to Allah, and his enemies is Allah's enemy, and his friends are Allah's friend. Who can that be? Whom is this?
Yeah, and
of course attached to the throne. And logically, womb is part of your body.
We've got an explanation. Jason El Falso says, DCCR Ministries, the topic is Rahim and Ar-Rahman. The etymology of this Semitic word does not refer to the physical womb. Go study first. So it's not physical. It's
not physical. So when they say womb, what did they mean?
It is not physical.
When it's been translated as the womb, what did they mean?
Yes, and when it says like it's on the screen, it says it's curved like a spinning wheel, speaking with an eloquent, fluent tongue, calling to severing whoever has severed it. Is that all? Does that sound physical to you? It's saying it's curved. It looks what it looks like. It has a tongue. It speaks. So all that is not physical. Okay, I get you.
If it's not that physical, how did it pull down the garment of Allah, touch the waist of Allah, which caused pain to Allah? Allah said, "Oh, stop it."
Yeah, so if the rahim, if the womb is not physical and it didn't do all these actions, that means Allah is not real either, because he said he's speaking to it. So Allah was speaking to himself, or what was happening?
Sometimes those things happens. You get to see people on the street, they speak to themselves.
Yeah, so this womb is not physical according to Jason Alfonso. So this whole story with Allah was just speaking to himself. So Allah's not real either then, if the womb wasn't real in that situation. Thank you for proving that Allah's not real and it's all imagination. Any
Or
yeah,
my other practical question is, whose womb is this? This all-knowing, all-powerful womb, who is it?
yeah, and actually in Arabic, sister, if you go to the doctors, the ladies, and he says actually your womb, there's something wrong with it or there's a condition, they actually do use the word ar-rahim, the same word. So it is something physical in our world today. It in the Arabic language it is.
Yeah,
physical.
in Turkish it is the same, like womb means rahim, yeah.
And also I have a question for you, sisters. Remember Allah says, how can he have a son if he has no girlfriend? Where he had a womb all along, why couldn't he use the womb to have the son? Womb is a body part. It's like saying the little toe went up to Allah and said this. This is ridiculous.
Oh well, it's all out of love, sister. It's always good to have our Muslim friends, you know.